Do you want to know the best place to position your office when you are setting up a new location? I'm Jennifer Sneeden, founder of Thriving Therapy Practice, and in today's episode of Ask Jennifer, I'm going to tell you exactly where to set up your ideal office location. This question comes to us from Melissa De Silva, and Melissa says, I want to build a private pay practice and I want clients who can afford to pay my fees. What's the best location or visibility for the office? Do I want to be in with other businesses that can refer to me, or do I want a place people can see when they drive by? So Melissa, thank you. This is a fantastic question, and this is a question that a lot of new private practices just agonize over. What is the best location? So there's a couple things, and my answer might actually surprise you on this. First of all, your key is that you are catering to a more affluent clientele when you are going to a private pay practice. So first impressions really, really matter. And that's the most important thing. I want you to take the location in terms of who's nearby totally out of your mind. And I want you to be thinking, if I'm asking a client to pay me $175 an hour or whatever your rates are going to be, does this space represent the image of a $175 an hour therapist? That is the most important thing. It has to do with what neighborhood is the building in? What does it look like when you first walk into the building? Is it beautifully maintained, and are the grounds landscaped? What is the elevator like? What is the hallway to your office like? What's it like when they first open the door? The whole thing has to set the right impression, okay? And most professional offices, like let's say doctor's offices, they're not so worried about that. There are some doctor's offices or professional buildings that are really, really luxury and they would work perfectly for you. But the number one most important thing is that you are setting the right impression with the area that you're in terms of the physical office building. And the next piece is the area that you're in. Now, once you've established a name for yourself, people will drive hours to come and see you. The therapists I work with that have really built great practices, they'll get clients from 2 or 3 hours away that want to work with them. In the beginning, it's unlikely that that's going to happen for you. So you need to reduce friction with your ideal clients. So if your ideal clients all live in zip code 10496, then you want to find an office in 10496. Clients will not want to travel much more than about 5 miles when you're first starting out. So go where your clients are. And if it's easy and convenient to be in a doctor's office, great. If it's easy and convenient to be in a place where there's a big sign, great. But number one is the impression of the building. Number two is that you are conveniently located to your ideal client. And then after that, number three is some discretion. You don't want an office with a big, huge sign that says, if you're having marriage troubles, come in here, right? Because nobody's going to want to walk in that door. So it's got to be a little bit discreet. If you have a sign on the building or a sign on the road, make sure that it's not that evident which office is yours, because we don't want your clients to feel any stigma when they're walking in, okay? So number one most important thing, that the entire experience of your office, from the neighborhood you're in to the time they sit down on your couch, has to all be consistent with that luxury experience. Number two, go where your clients are. This is especially important in the beginning, because until you make a name for yourself, they're not going to want to drive to see you. And then number three is build in some discretion. Can you have a separate exit? Can you have a sign, but it's not an obvious sign, so people don't feel stigmatized by it? Those are the three most important things. And then to circle back to your question, is it important to be in a place where there's a lot of doctors? Well, I really don't think that is very important. One, you don't want to necessarily be seen as an extension of the doctor, particularly if you're a private pay practice. If the doctor is a managed care insurance practice and you're not, there's some dissonance there, right? And that's fine, but you can help yourself by physically separating from the doctor. And number two, your referrals from doctors are going to come from the strength of the personal relationship that you establish with them, not from the location of your office. So find the perfect place that's going to convey exactly what you want to your clients and go for it. So Melissa, I am excited for you to find your new office location. Thank you so much for your question. This is Jennifer Sneeden, founder of Thriving Therapy Practice. And if you have a question you would like to have me answer on the Ask Jennifer show, you can go out to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Thriving Therapy Practice, and message me with a question, or there is a link right below this video. You can just click on that link, send me a message, and I will consider your question for an upcoming episode. Thanks, guys. See you next time.